Tanwir by Ibn Ashur, Volume 4, page 297. This is the Quran tafsir of Surah An-Nisa, verse 23. If Aisha, the mother of the believers, wished for a man to enter her presence, she would do so by breastfeeding him with the approval of Prophet Muhammad. During that period, the directive of adult breastfeeding was outlined in the Quran.
This breastfeeding will solve the problem where an unmarried man and woman need to be alone together for some reason. By having the woman breastfeed the man 10 times, they become legally related as if she were his foster mother. This will prevent the temptation of engaging in sexual relations between them.
While the Quran is considered eternal, Allah could easily change his mind for no apparent reason. In this case, it's believed that Allah later revised the requirement from 10 sucklings to 5, deeming it sufficient. Sahih Muslim 3422. Amra reported that she heard Aisha discussing fosterage, which makes marriage unlawful, and Aisha said,
"There was revealed in the Holy Quran 10 clear sucklings, and then 5 clear sucklings."
Sahih Muslim 3421. Aisha reported that,
"It had been revealed in the Holy Quran that 10 clear sucklings make the marriage unlawful. Then it was abrogated by 5 sucklings, and Allah's apostle died, and it was before that time found in the Holy Quran and recited by the Muslims."
But these verses aren't in the Quran we have today. So what happened to them? Aisha tells us what happened to the first verse.
"The verse of stoning and of breastfeeding an adult 10 times was revealed, and the paper was with me under my pillow. When the messenger of Allah died, we were preoccupied with his death, and a tame sheep came in and ate it."
Either breastfeeding an adult 10 times and 5 times are not in the Quran today, so we can only conclude that both verses on breastfeeding adults were eaten by Aisha's sheep. Whether it was accidental or intentional is open to interpretation and debate. Apart from Aisha and Hafsa, the other wives of Prophet Muhammad became displeased with the practice and argued that Allah's command to breastfeed adults did not apply to them.
"You want us to do that? Just who do you think
Wata Malik, Book 30, Hadith 12. The rest of the wives of the Prophet refused to let anyone come into them by such nursing. They said,
"No, by Allah. We think that what the Messenger of Allah ordered Salah bint Suhail to do was only by an indulgence concerning the nursing of Salim alone."
"No, by Allah, no one will come in upon us by such nursing." That is very...
It's obvious that Prophet Muhammad's wives found the practice of grown women breastfeeding grown men to avoid sexual tension to be troublesome and nonsensical. Even though the breastfeeding verses are no longer in the Quran, some Islamic scholars maintain that the practice is still commanded by Allah, even in modern times, despite the verses having been eaten by a goat. This has led to the emergence of new breastfeeding fatwas periodically. Dr. Izzat Atiyah of Egypt's Al-Azhar University said it offered a way around segregation of the sexes at work. He said that if a woman fed a male colleague directly from her breast at least 5 times, they would establish a family bond and thus be allowed to be alone together at work. A woman at work can take off the veil or reveal her hair in front of someone whom she breastfed.
"I'm a stewardess who works in an airplane to serve my passengers. Do I have to breastfeed hundreds of male passengers before I can do my job?"
"I use public transportation to go to work every day. Do I have to breastfeed everyone on the bus first before I can ride the bus?"
Following this incident, Al-Azhar University suspended Dr. Izzat Atiyah, likely due to embarrassment, despite the fact that they were aware of the validity of the ahadith commanding the breastfeeding of an adult. Sheikh Alabai Khan thus modernizes Dr. Izzat's position that the man must breastfeed directly from the teat by suggesting, "The man should take the milk, but not directly from the breast of the woman. He should drink it and then becomes a relative of the family, a fact that allows him to come in contact with the women without breaking Islam's rules about mixing."
We don't need this useless Sharia law in our life.
Sharia's main target is always women. In one instance, she is required to conceal her body, in another to expose it or to unabashedly pump milk from it, without any right to voice her opinion or interfere in issues that concern her body and personal needs. Romance with a boyfriend is forbidden. Looking at a man is a sin. Expressions of love are contemptible, but as for breastfeeding adults, that is permissible, halal, and encouraged.
The fact that Prophet Muhammad would command a woman to nurse a man is shameful and disgusting, to say the least.
Isn't it obvious that he is a misogynist?